Alright, so we got that first special episode of Euphoria on HBO Max a few days before it airs on HBO, so let's talk about it. Everybody, so as I just said, HBO Max has part 1 of these special episodes that Euphoria has, kind of giving us something before we get to Euphoria Season 2. So if you're an HBO Max subscriber, you can actually watch it a couple days early before it airs on HBO this weekend. Good time to be an HBO Max subscriber, as I don't know if any of you have seen the news today, but Warner Brothers / Warner Media HBO Max announced that all of their movies are going to simultaneously go to HBO Max and movie theaters. So probably a good time to jump on the HBO Max bandwagon. But Euphoria was one of those shows last year that I really enjoyed, and I'm really excited to talk about more of it on the channel probably in the near future. But I really am excited for this part 1. It's called Part 1 Rue, or the actual episode title is Trouble Don't Last Always. Of course, last time we saw these characters in the finale for Season 1, we saw Rue chose not to get on the train with Jules, kind of cutting ties with Jules, it almost seems, and going home and relapsing and ending with that really crazy musical number, which, I really enjoyed the song, but that was the last thing we saw leading up to this special episode. I know they probably couldn't do anything too crazy because I know that they did do this during the pandemic, but I was a bit surprised that pretty much the entire bulk of the episode is set within the diner. Other than the opening of the episode, of course, with this sort of hypothetical scenario where it seems like if Jules and Rue actually went to the city and had this sort of dream scenario, which was adorable, even though I know they're not good for each other. I can't help but enjoy them sometimes, seeing them as a couple. The episode is entirely about Rue and her dealing with the aftermath of her relapse from last season and just the relationship drama where things left off with Jules, with the help of Ali, of course, as he is sort of our co-lead for this special episode. Even despite the lack of characters from the show and all of the setting of being basically in one central location, it's still a very heavy-hitting, deep episode. The dialogue is very well written and it feels very authentic. Ali and Rue have some really heavy-hitting, deep conversations about a variety of different topics, and as I'm watching this episode, I almost feel like I'm getting a sort of therapy session along with Rue. Just some of the dialogue, So I feel like a lot of things in the episode, they're going to hit home with certain people. So it's definitely like a therapy session. It could be a little bit triggering to some, I think. What really makes this episode work is the dynamic chemistry between Zendaya and Coleman Domingo. Zendaya, she's fantastic. I'm so glad that she won the Emmy for this show, just because her character is so great. But Coleman Domingo, I think he kind of does steal some scenes in this. Of course, he's been in previous episodes of the show, but I think this is the episode where he kind of gets to truly shine, as he's phenomenal trying to get Rue to understand where she's going in life, as he's experienced most of these things firsthand. And he really just kind of calls her out on everything. He really does not hold back at all, talking about stuff about her attitude, and, she's not telling the truth, stuff about her sobriety, relapsing, and why Jules really isn't good for her overall. Zendaya is so fantastic because she plays off of that so well, and we really do get to see this vulnerable state that Rue is in, and you really want to see her succeed, because you really feel like she deserves it, and she's trying to get on the right track, but she doesn't really seem like she wants to be on the right track, so I'm glad to see Ali kind of eventually get her to understand everything, just because she does seem very closed off, very defiant in the beginning, and very much in denial, but by the end you really do kind of see the light clicking on, and she realizes some things are kind of bad that she should fix, including the stuff with Jules. She was kind of in denial about the stuff with Jules, and I think she kind of does realize that Jules is kind of bad for her. Personal favorite moments of the episode actually is the speech that Ali gives when it comes to addiction and redemption. Both of those were really powerful speeches. He has a couple throughout the episode, but I think that was probably the best one that stuck out to me. That's very memorable. But like I said, this is part 1, so we're going to get another special episode at a later date, and I'm pretty sure that's going to focus on Jules, just because it was alluded to that we only really know Rue's side of this situation, so I definitely feel like the second part of this is going to focus more so on all Jules. I guess we'll see where that leads us. I am kind of curious where we're going to go with this, just because of what happened in this special episode with Rue. But let me know in the comments down below, what did you think of this special episode, the part 1 special episode of Euphoria? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Leave all your comments in the comments down below, because I like to talk all things movies and TV and stuff on the channel. Thank you as always for checking out my reviews and all that. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you like it, the subscribe button, and we'll keep doing reviews, channel reactions, unboxings, and more. The next time, I'll see you guys later.